Hello, this is Fighting Vipers for PS3 running in the RPCS3 emulator in Windows. Well, it's the emulator called RPCS3. It's an emulator of the PS3. Did I say that right? I don't know, anyway. So this is the PS3 version of Fighting Vipers. I finally jailbroke my PS3, and that's what we're doing here. So if you saw my recent input lag episode comparison, the input delay in this seems pretty good. Even running this game through an emulator, it seems pretty good. It's like 2 frames faster than running the PS2 version through the PCSX2 emulator on this same gaming laptop of mine. And the PCSX2 emulator in previous comparisons on my setup here had about the same input delay as an actual PS2. So in theory, we're doing pretty good as far as input delay goes. There aren't very many settings in this version of Fighting Vipers. Like in the PS2 version, you could select between 57.5 frames per second, which is the Model 2 arcade hardware frame rate, or 60 frames per second, which is, of course, home screen display frame rate. They got rid of that thing because that was a little awkward and it might have led to some jitteriness. So you don't do that anymore. They changed the screen sizes too. So there was this whole mystery for me with the PS2 version of Fighting Vipers, which is in Sega Ages 2500 series. It's volume 19 in that series for the Japanese PS2. Didn't come out in the States. This did come out in the States. It's a PSN, PS Store downloadable game. So here, so in the PS2 version, the default screen ratio was almost 3:2. It was like 1.509 if you divided the width by the height. Whereas and then you could also run it in 4:3. You could sort of stretch it vertically to 4:3 if you wanted, because because the 3:2 aspect ratio was wider. It was almost like a semi-wide screen, which was kind of cool. But and they claimed in the literature in Japanese, according to Google Translate, they claimed real hard that was the arcade aspect ratio, but I could find no arcade footage of Model 2 games showing them running at anything like that aspect ratio. And even on the back of the PS2 cases for those games, it showed them running at 1.29 aspect ratio, which is it's if you took the actual arcade pixel resolution of these Model 2 games and divided the width in pixels by the height in pixels, you would get 1.29. So this PS3 version runs at 1.29 aspect ratio. Normal has it slightly letterboxed, large scales it to the height of the screen. Then there's a full, which stretches it to 16:9, but I'm just going to put it on large. Okay, so, and that's about it. So let's just go. Of course, online play does not work, and neither do the leaderboards. Running in the emulator, you don't have access to, the actual PlayStation network. There are games that do so. Well, I'll get into that once we get started, because that's a long story. So I'm just going to go through on easy. As Bon, again, I do want to check how easy it is to do his uppercut move in this, because in the PS2 version it's real hard, whereas in Fighting Vipers 2 for Dreamcast, it's really easy to do his uppercuts, his flying uppercuts. So because it's an actual, the weird thing about it, the unusual thing about it, is that they're an actual Street Fighter uppercut move in a 3D fighting game, which I guess it's technically a 3D fighting game. Yeah, it is real hard to do in this. I haven't done one yet. His regular uppercut is just down forward. That's the one I accidentally did. Unlike the PS2 version, though, you do have commandless in this, so that's handy. So I can see that there is an actual uppercut move. There it is, dragon upper, and then there's a double dragon upper. And I was trying to do this because it's really easy to do this in the Dreamcast version, but I could not do this in the Dream. I couldn't do the double dragon upper. Whoa, okay, I see what they did there. I couldn't do this move in Fighting Vipers 2 on Dreamcast. So I don't know if it just isn't in that version. They don't have. There's no move list in the Dreamcast version either. I suppose I could have just looked up a FAQ, or do I have the manual for that? I might. Anyway, I didn't look it up. But yeah, here there is, but I can barely do a single dragon upper in Fighting Vipers 1. It's crazy. It's just, the input is really strict, I guess. So I'm not going to worry too much about that, because I'll get myself killed if I stress out about that. Notice also, like, I had to adjust the, like, for the PS2 version of Fighting Vipers 1 was a little bit washed out. The color was slightly washed out. It did improve upon their port, also in the Sega Ages series, Volume 16, whereas Fighting Vipers was 19. Volume 16 was, oh man, that thing lost its arm, was Virtua Fighter 2 on PS2, and that port was super, like, grayed out, just like it looked like you were playing in a dust storm or something. It was really bad. And I had, in PCSX2, they have some parameters that I was able to use to adjust the color and kind of basically fix this washed out look in those two games in the PS2 emulator. In this emulator, I don't think they even have parameters. There's a lot fewer parameters to mess with, at least as far as just sort of understandable levers to pull and things. There's a lot of highly technical checkboxes that I have no idea what they mean, but I don't think they're for the color. But it does seem like they've erred on the side of making the, unless this is just an emulator thing, I don't know. I could check it on the actual PS3, I guess. I guess I probably should. One thing I am really happy with is that I realize now that I no longer have any consoles that I am stuck needing to play on for recording video of games. Because I'm able to emulate all of them now. Or, I mean, I guess there's the PS4. So I do record from the PS4, but that's all digital. That's all HDMI, so I don't need a whole lot of gear for that. Just a single, Elgato capture card thing, more or less. Whereas, with the PS3 is notoriously kind of a pain to record from, because it had this very strict, what the heck is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but like scrambling the signal, it would scramble. Oh shoot, I wish I could turn that. I couldn't find an obvious switch to turn those trophy notifications off. Oh, I went, because you can boot into what looks like the PS3 XMB in RPCS3 in the emulator. So I did that, and I switched off trophy notifications in that, and I was hoping that would mean they were actually turned off, but I guess that didn't do it. I always lose to Picky. Picky. Oh yeah, so this is the PS3 version, so you don't have Pepsi logos on the truck sides anymore, so you would occasionally see the pole dancer, but here the pole dancer is on just about all the trucks. So there's a pole dancer on a truck parked right in the truck stop here. So that's fun, I guess. Picky doesn't have the Pepsi logo on the bottom of his skateboard. Oh, and the billboard, oh shoot, I lost my arm reading. The billboard across the street that was a Pepsi billboard is now just a Fighting Vipers billboard. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, Becky, stop making me fight. Like, for reals. I'm trying to tell stories. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Gosh dang. Oh yeah, there are Sega trucks still though. Dog. Gosh dang it, I did forget what I was talking about. Well, anyway, jailbreaking the PS3 seems to have worked out quite well. Oh yeah, so I don't have to have a whole bunch of like analog to digital recording stuff anymore, because with the PS3, even though the PS3 has HDMI natively, it's all they made it really strict in terms of what you could, well, basically you couldn't get any HDMI signal out of it that wasn't scrambled. You could not turn off that scrambling, and it's supposed to, you know, prevent you from like pirating DVDs or whatever. You couldn't turn it would still do that when you were playing games and everything. So that was really bad. So I had to, like, in order to record from the PS3, record game footage, you have to output using something other than HDMI. So I was using component, which is, you know, it's okay, but it's not nearly as sharp as HDMI, really. So I was finally able to since I'm not going to be recording, since I'm recording all the stuff from the emulator in Windows, I don't need to have all that analog video and audio stuff hooked up to the PS3 anymore, or component capture and stuff. So I just put an HDMI cable on it, and oh my gosh, it's so much sharper now. It looks so good. I'd forgotten just how sort of fuzzy the component really made it look. No. Oh, okay. But basically I'm keeping the PS3 around because that's where you dump games from, because it decrypts and stuff, so that then you can just like copy it onto a USB thumb drive and paste it into your emulator directory in Windows. Pretty sweet. So I've got a couple PS3 disc-based games on their way. It's a little ironic because the main reason that I wanted to jailbreak the PS3, the main game that I was kind of stressed out about, you know, like having to keep a PS3 around for at all, was like I was happy that I found the PS2 versions of Fighting Vipers and, oh my gosh, and Virtua Fighter 2. I had forgotten about them, or maybe I never knew about them somehow, because that meant that that was two fewer games that I had to worry about being stuck on my PS3, basically being stuck on the PS3 hardware. And the only ones really left were Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, which I figured, well, I've got other Virtua Fighter games I can play. That's okay. I would be okay with not having Final Showdown anymore. But the one that I really didn't have an equivalent for, I suppose, was Demon's Souls, which I started trying to play recently on PS3. I'm not going to get a PS5, and anyway, I don't like the Western-made scale port, or whatever you would call it. It just looks gross to me, of Demon's Souls. So I was wishing I had some way to play the PS3 version of Demon's Souls without getting a PS3, and well, turns out that if you jailbreak your PS3, you can do that. But there is a rather large caveat with that, which I discovered, which is that our RPC S3 says it is compatible, you know, it can run Demon's Souls. Well, it can... Oh, I accidentally did a flying uppercut. It can run Demon Souls, but only the disc-based versions of Demon Souls. Not the... Not the downloadable, you know, PlayStation Store version of Demon Souls. The digital version, as you could call it. Which is an interesting story in itself. Like, if you dig into, like, it really doesn't tell you that in the documentation on the RPCS3 site. It says, like, fully compatible, you know, with this green, you know, you're okay, but it just wasn't working. It would just crash after load in the emulator after I had dumped it and transferred it to my computer, dumped the downloadable version of Demon Souls, and I was like, what the heck? And I finally clicked through some link on their site about it to more information or something, and that basically goes to a forum thread where people say, compatible with the disc version only, does not work with the digital download version. I was like, well, that would be the problem then, I guess. And I read something that was maybe speculating that it has something to do with, and that thing on their official forum thread about it said that it's the only game that kind of has this sort of problem, or this particular type of that problem or something. So that's kind of unique. The one game I was sort of keeping my PS3 hardware around for does not work in the emulator, at least not the digital version, which is the one I had. Supposedly this may have something to do with the fact that Demon Souls first came out as a disc-only PS3 game, of course published by Sony themselves. And it wasn't until later, maybe after it had done fairly well, or I don't know, it wasn't until later that they decided to make a downloadable version of it. So yeah, I have to abuse my standing uppercut. And for some reason, when they did that, apparently the downloadable version, how do they phrase it? It like mounts itself in the console's file system as if it was on a disc or something weird, something unusual anyway. And the emulator just does not apparently have a way to handle that. And this was known at least as far back as, I think it was 2017 or 2018. And it still doesn't, the download version still doesn't work, so it doesn't seem like they're in a hurry to fix it. In fact, I guess they're essentially blaming the game for being weirdly configured rather than trying to emulate, all of the software features just like they work on the actual hardware. They've decided it's just the game's problem, not the emulator's problem. So that's what it seems like anyway. No, don't. Okay. Treat yourself. So yeah, I have to get the disc version, which should be here this week. The remaining question, and then it's in theory to dump a disc game, you just basically fire up this file management, homebrew software that you can run on your jailbroken PS3, and then just browse to the Blu-ray disc of Demon Souls or whichever game and just copy the files onto your thumb drive. So looking forward to trying that. Man, she just kicked me through a concrete plate wall. Wait, what does that say? D skateboarders? Is that like picky? Entered that sign. So you can't see those signs in the PS2 version. That was one thing I found people, like Japanese players on a on a Japanese video of comparing the ports of this game, the PS2 ports, PS3 port. I think that was probably a Virtua Fighter 2, but basically the same deal. They were complaining that the PS2 versions, the textures weren't very good. Oh, they were comparing Virtua Fighter 2, the PS2 version, the PS3 version, and the arcade version, I think it was. And the PS2 version textures were lower resolution than the Model 2 hardware, arcade hardware textures in the PS2, but the PS3 doesn't have that problem. Big old sharp textures here. And I was like done blabbering about my jailbroken PS3 and Dark Souls. Oh yeah, no. I sure wasn't. Then I'd have to confess that I'm getting beaten up by Raxel. So, the remaining question for Demon's Souls PS3 via emulation, or in my case, is if the downloadable version that I was playing and that I got through at least the first part of the first area with, and I was on to the second area. Ow! Or a second area. The question is that save compatible? Is my save from the digital version gonna work on the disc version? And I have not found a definitive answer for that. I found a conversation from GameFAQs from some years back where they were speculating that it should work or something, and the person who was hoping it would work didn't come back and say that it didn't work, so maybe it worked. So we'll see. Otherwise I'll just have to start over. I'm not even sure really that I want to play through all the Souls games or even the first one, but I bought all the friggin' Souls games. I haven't bought the DLC for Elden Ring yet. I figure that can wait until I actually have beaten the previous Souls games and I'm actually up to the point where it's time to play Elden Ring if I ever get that far. But I've been just having fun with lots of silly, quick action games, and haven't really been feeling like going to a, more grindy style, gotta think about stuff game like Dark Souls. And you just gotta grind, you gotta improve your weapons and your skills, and your character's numeric skills. I'll probably get back around to feeling like I want to do some of that eventually. I just have I managed to kind of break the bank for a bit here on getting all these games. Because I decided, basically this year, these first 3 months of the year, I know we're on 4 months, but I came to this decision a month or so ago to, getting completely whooped by Raxel, to get into platform games, driving games. What other genre have I suddenly vaulted into? I guess that was most of it. Driving games and platform games, but platform games especially is a pretty robust genre. There's a lot of those. So that led me to suddenly acquiring quite a few games. Now I have this huge backlog of stuff to play. It's kind of disgusting. And I say that as I'm on my third almost consecutive session of playing Fighting Vipers. That's fine. Fighting Vipers is kind of, I don't know, it just kind of fits my mood right now, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm not abusing my uppercut. Dang it. Oh. Oh man, Biff. There you go. It's actually harder to abuse his uppercut in Fighting Vipers 2. they never let me hit them when they wake up. I always want to rush in and just bop them, and it never works. I gotta stop doing that. But in this, you can, if you like, especially if you get him in the corner, you can like chain his standing uppercut repeatedly on them. Like, I'm talking like 3 or 4 hits if you can juggle them up in the air at first. And that doesn't seem to work nearly as well in Fighting Vipers 2, even though otherwise Fighting Vipers 2 is very combo. I forgot about that sliding thing. Fighting Vipers 2 is very combo friendly. There's all kinds of chain combos and ground juggles that aren't in this game. But it weirdly just cuts off his abusing his his standing uppercut juggle. Like, you'll do the input after you hit him. You can juggle with him. You can juggle the opponent with his standing uppercut like once or twice, but then you go for another hit and you do the input and nothing happens. Just, it doesn't come out. The punch doesn't come out. It's kind of frustrating. I've kind of decided I just like this first Fighting Vipers better than the sequel. It's just the hits feel a lot weightier. I don't know, all the combo stuff they did add to 2 just makes it feel kind of weightless. Something they did makes it feel kind of weightless. Oh, dang it. Okay. Oh, that was... Oh! He went from a flying knee whiff, straight to a throw. I gotta learn how to do throws in this game. I mean, I know the button to do them, but I don't know, like, the timing. Like, when can I do throws? It doesn't help, I suppose, that I don't use the guard button, because the main time to do throws is probably after you guard successfully, but... No! I'm dead. Yeah, I can never... The CPU is super into blocking right after they get up. They do not let you cheese them with a meaty attack. See, he just blocked. I mean, he blocks a lot anyway, but... No! Oh wow, flying knee, I hardly ever get that. Oh no, accidental full uppercut. Oh, you timed me up. You won't even let me win a single round, you jerk. Timed me up? What am I talking about? Oh, I got him on wake up with that? Uh-oh! Oh man. Oh, I was like, what's he gonna do? He can't reach me from back there. And then he whipped his guitar around. I was like, oh, he showed me. How did I beat Axel? Raxel. Come on. I do like his, I like most of the stages in this game better than the ones in the sequel, but I do have to say that his aircraft carrier stage in the sequel is pretty sweet. Like, most of the stages in the sequel aren't very memorable. And I do like this stage of his. I think this stage of his is really cool. Like, you can smash people out the windows and stuff. But the aircraft carrier stage is pretty sweet. It's got, like, Harrier jets that come in. It's pretty cool. Let the action begin. Go. Oh my gosh, what is that kick? So when I hit him, when he was jumping in like that, hit him with the standing uppercut, it didn't pop him straight up in the air, it popped him back, and I couldn't juggle. Oh, so I wonder if you have to hit down forward for that, rather than just forward. I think you do have to do down forward for that sliding. Oh my gosh, I just can't... Oh, oh. Oh my gosh. I hit him once. Oh. That was kind of sweet. That was not what I wanted to do, but This was better than nothing. What am I doing?
Let the action begin.
Supposed to have less input delay here. It should be easier. I'm just getting mopped. Oh god. Okay, I just kept assaulting him from all angles. That sounded wrong. That was sweet though, right over the wall. I didn't even have to smash him through the glass. Not the flying. Okay, wow. Ah, shoot. Oh, the power shot. Forgot about those already. Oh. So that's interesting. When I force him to block the flying knee, he didn't counterattack. Well, he just killed me pretty good. Oh god. Oh my gosh, the shimmies. Get the whole heck out of me.
Let the action begin. Go.
I keep forgetting, I keep thinking I want to do the sliding kick, but I keep not, you have to do down forward after double tap forward. It's kind of hard to do on purpose. Gosh dang it. Am I not dead? It's gonna time out anyway. Oh, not the guitar hit. Oh, I can't. I'm really just not getting
Let the action begin.
the pattern of how to hit him, really. He inevitably ends up blocking, and then I'm out of ideas. Like, okay, he blocked, I have no idea what to do now. And then I go in too hard, and he just does stuff like that. He's also just, I suppose he's just got pretty good range on all his attacks. That makes it tough to get out of the way when I'm not using guard. Just more excuses for you. I was hitting throw and it did nothing. I was gonna throw him and he just grabbed me like anyway. See, I shouldn't try to get him to do throws. I'm so bad at them in this game. I'm gonna lose even harder. That was a pretty hard loss.
Round one. Let the action begin. Go.
One thing that's kind of funny about this version is that the UI is kind of blurry, and like the PS3 port of Virtua Fighter 2 doesn't have that problem. So I don't know. And the PS2 port of Fighting Vipers doesn't have that problem, but I think that's because maybe that's just more like the arcade resolution anyway, so they didn't have to do a lot of work to like upscale the that's brainless. The UI graphics or something. I haven't broken his armor at all. I haven't really got the standing uppercut going. That's what I gotta hit him with. That's how I could get enough damage. Just could get some hits with that. No. Ah, you punk.
Round two. Go.
Oh my gosh, that took off 45% life. Ugh. It does feel like there's slowdown there when he was like hitting me with that combo.
Round one. Let the action begin.
I don't know if that's in the original or if that's an emulator thing. Oh my gosh, trash me. Trash me harder, daddy. Okay. Ah. Jeez. He spins in and then does a power attack from that? Just like blocks and then power attacks? How do you even do that? What was that? Oh. Oh, this is sad. I'll just blame it on weird slowdown. Yeah, that's it. Shoot. Probably more like the game is now running at full speed or something and I can't handle it. Ugh. I can't hit him with anything. He just, like, so I was trying to do a standing uppercut there, and he just wound up and hit me with his standing upper kick. Why can't I counter that? I'm so stupid. Oh. Break his armor, please. Oh, I blew it. That could have maybe broken his armor, and I blew it, and I just got hit by that, and I'm gonna lose. I lost. Gosh, dang it, that was stupid. There's definitely some slowdown going on there. No, you punk. What the heck? What the heck was that? Wow. You just pulled out the new win button. Oh, you jerk. I really can't do that sliding low thing on purpose. I suck at that. Oh! Oh, there we do. Ooh, oh, shoot. That was bad. Time you out, you jerk. I finally won a round. Then he just rolls in and does that. Harry and power punch me. Oh. Okay. Wow. The futility. Wow, man. Raxel, you just gotta cut me a break. What the heck? Raxel, please.
Round 2. Go.
I kept hitting the wrong button there. I wanted to do it. No. Oh, the flails. And he was getting the camera twisted around funny. What a jerk.
Round 3.
Gosh, dang it, Raxel. Hey, I finally busted his armor. No, he busted my armor. Oh, and he killed me. You jerk.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go.
That's good. That's good. Dueling power hit. Whoa, what? I'm dead. Let's do a standing uppercut. It didn't come out. Oh, the recovery. Oh, he actually helped me juggle him a lot. That was sweet. Oh, that's... How did he... Oh, no. Throws me out of the power punch. Oh my gosh. I let him completely come back and trash me. I had him at like... Oh, no. Wow. Merciless. Wow. I didn't think he had the range for that. Oh, I finally hit him with the elbow. Oh no. I can't actually do the standing uppercut from the right hand side. It keeps doing the flying uppercut. That's crazy. Oh, God, Raxel. Okay, how did I manage to hit the throw button there? That was supposed to be the sliding kick. Oh my gosh.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Whoa! What the heck was that kick? Is that down, forward, down, forward?
Round 2. Go!
Oh, this always happens. He comes in too fast on the subsequent round. I can't stop him from getting a combo in on me. Oh, this whole thing is a train wreck. Yeah, how do I do the flying uppercut so easily from the right? I can't do nothing coordinated from the right. Gosh, dang it.
Round 3.
His armor is weakened. Doesn't matter. Man.
Let the action begin. Go!
Oh, camera, why'd you do that to me? Look at that. Can't get the uppercut off. He just started jabbing me. Oh.
Round 2. Go!
Comes right in on the second round. Then he does that. Then he throws me out of my power punch attempt. He just blocks it. Hey, I got his armor. I didn't think he could block. No. Well, it's time up anyway. Yeah.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Raxel, I hate you so bad. Yeah, keep recovering, buddy. That was kind of sweet. Too low jabs. Ah. Okay, that didn't actually work out. I'm gonna die. Gosh, dang it.
Round 2.
Yeah, I just run out of steam against him. I just can't hit him enough. I'm dead.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Oh, trash. I was thinking maybe I'm always too slow to hit him. Maybe I can just jab him like standing jab.
Round 2.
Oh, I can't do nothing. Okay, standing jab did work. Actually, that was something I noticed, come to think of it, when I was trying to do the... Oh, you fuck. Do the frame rate comparison, that you can't... It's harder to do a frame rate test with fighting Vipers characters because their standing jab moves them forward. Unlike Virtua Fighter. If you do a standing jab in Virtua Fighter, you don't move forward, at least not with most characters. But here you do, so you can use that as more of a pressure tool. Oh, you jerk. No, of course I blew it. Well, we stripped... Alright, no, he stripped. I stripped down. He didn't strip down, but he died anyway. So yeah, okay, standing jab.
Round 1. Let the action begin.
Oh man, I forgot I still had to fight Jane. Oh. What's with the strobing background light? I remember that from the PS2 version. Oh my gosh.
Round 2. Go.
Ew, the throws. Hey, I got a throw. Oh no, don't do that. Why would you do that? Wow. That didn't actually... That wasn't her armor breaking. It was just like sweaticules. Oh, the punch uppercut didn't get her that time. Oh man. You got me with a lot of punches though. Okay, punch uppercut. Oh, should have taken one more step forward. Keep recovering, Jane.
Win. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go.
Oh man, I even got a jab in on B.M. Ah, I got another jab on him though. Oh, okay. His arm.
Round 2. Go.
There's no impaling him on a fence in this version like you do in the sequel. Biff. Oh! Okay, just throw me out of everything, chief. Oh shit. His throw range is pretty good.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go.
Oh. Guess I'll go over here then. Oh, that's not... Shoot. Of course.
Round 2. Go.
No, I double tapped forward and it didn't get the dash to come out. Ah. My pants are about to break off. Something to see. Turned out not to be necessary.
Action begin. Go.
Oh, so he just threw me out of a jab. How did... Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow, I'm just gonna go a long way. He's throwing me out of jabs now. He threw me out of my throw, like it looked like I grabbed him. Man.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go.
Ugh. Oh, there was some frame rate. Oh!
Round 2.
Sheesh. Oh, come on! Oh, dear. Okay, he threw me out of a jab, so jabbing is not working at all. And there goes the armor. And dead. Wow, he just meaty threw the heck out of me.
Let the action begin.
He can throw me out of a jab. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? No. I just realized I'm mashing the wrong buttons to throw recover anyway. Or, yeah, to not throw recover, but to
Go.
recover in midair. No, why? I was just trying to crouch. Why can't I crouch punch? No, he had no help.
Round 1.
I completely forgot how to crouch punch. And what? Did I just lose 70% of my life from that whatever he hit me with? I'm just gonna lie down. Oh wait, no, this is still the same round. What's happening? No, it isn't. I don't know. I completely lost it.
Round 2.
He brained my damage. This does it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I did a throw. Oh. I can't even
Round 1. Let the action begin.
think now. The throwing out of a jab is just the most ridiculous thing. You sir are absurd. Throw me out of my power punch. Just whiffed it. Oh, God.
Round 2.
He just stands there right outside of my power punch range. Ow. Look, that was, again. He's exactly outside of my power punch range.
Round 1.
And I can't recognize this because I'm an idiot. I get one jab in, then he like crouches and then throws. Oh, no jabs. Now throw me out of a jab.
Round 2. Go.
So I guess his default standing distance, or his go-to standing distance against me is right outside of jab range. Like, pixel outside of jab range. Oh. No, I can't get him with a power punch because he just throws me out of it.
Loses. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go.
Oh, dang. What's he doing? I'm gonna get thrown. If I'd followed that up, if I thought he was gonna fly back like that and followed it up, I could have got that juggle hit to KO him. And I have not figured out how to make my new discovery of jabs work on him. He just throws me out of them. Oh, you missed, you sucker. Oh, you jerk. Oh, he's got one of those. I could not move. I could not get in on him at all. Wow, just goes to the throw. Dashed in and then threw faster than I could do a jab. through it faster than I could do a jab again. That's just sick. I just don't know. I gotta stop trying to overthink this. I can't think my way out of this fight. I'm just completely dysfunctional on all fronts right now. I think those, this is basically using the resources from Jane's stage, ring, like the, what do you call them? The corner post things. They have those lights on them that they have in Jane's stage, but they're just not lit up, but you can still see the unlit lights there. That's funny. Oh, I screwed up. I got out of getting hit initially, and then just let him come in. Well, it's worked well, I think. See ya. Off into the sunset for me. She threw me out of a jab, man. I can't. Whatever he decides to do is just faster than whatever I decide to do. Oh, God. I feel so inadequate. That's like the one jab I can get in is right at the start. Like somehow he's right at the range where he does get hit. Oh my gosh. Get my jab. Oh no. So his kick is faster than my jab. Okay. Jab not work at all on him. Tried to crouch jab. That certainly didn't work. I kicked him in the shin once.
Round 2. Go.
Oh. Hey. Of course that's not good. Whoa, I hit him coming out of that? Wow. That was kind of sweet. Oh, throws me out of the jab. Did I try? Oh, shoot. Ah, dropped it. No, he stopped coming. Oh, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, bye.
Let the action begin. Go.
He just like can stop on a dime when I start doing my power punch. Oh wow, a back kick. I accidentally advanced under him and then got him with a spinning back kick. That's pretty sweet. Oh, nice back step. Shoot. Oh, that was a bad decision. Well, I don't know what I could have done about that little blurry.
Round 3. Go.
Oh man, the shimmy, the mini shimmy. Oh my gosh, he's just decided to go rampage on me. I dash in and he throws me out of a dash. I want wanted to dash uppercut him so bad, and that just doesn't work.
Let the action
He
begin.
throws me out of the dash. Throws me out of the jab. Into the elbow. I don't think he throws me out of the kick. That's something. Can't do it from the right hand side.
Round 2. Go.
I tried to kick him and look what happened. Tried to do a standing kick for once. Standing kick? Nope. There's a standing kick on me though.
Round 1.
About twice as fast as my standing kick. Man, did you see the character shadows? They were like Lincoln Logs. I don't even know what Lincoln Logs are anymore. My dad thought we would like Lincoln Logs. Like maybe he had Lincoln Logs when he was a kid. Got us this big bucket of Lincoln Logs, and man, Lincoln Logs were like the lamest things. When you're a kid, you just want this like varnished, rough piece of wood. It's not even, it's just like a stained piece of rough stick with some notches cut in it.
Let the action begin. Go.
But you know, that's what they had in the old days before they had video games. Oh, I screwed it up. Got out of it with a crouch jab. Sweet. Break his armor. I'm not even close to breaking his armor.
Round 2. Go.
Oh. Yeah. Well, see you later.
Round 3. Go.
I didn't want to do that. That was not my intent. I'll see you later, too. You're gonna die.
Loses. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go. Round 2.
I just blame it on the emulator. Ow! My face. Jeez. How come I can just do jumping uppercuts for fun from the right hand side when I'm not even trying? What is going on?
Go.
Oh, I got a trophy, thanks. Thanks, fake PS3, for giving me a non-trophy. Does it even track those somehow? Oh, he recovered and didn't get it. I'm gonna die.
Round 3. Go.
Didn't throw me out of a jab. Oh, fuck, scum. Well, it's going really good. He just decided to terrorize me.
Go.
That's a good combo. Oh, the shimmy. Shimmied my jab.
Round 2. Go.
Threw me out of a jab whiff. Man, the super late ground attack.
Let the action begin. Go.
No, that was not the correct range. He just jabbed me out of my power attacks. Gimme. Crack.
Round 2.
That was pretty sick. What happened to my throw? Just, oh.
Bob loses. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Oh. Hey. I still don't understand why I'm getting the flying uppercut coming out so easily and accidentally on the right hand side. Oh no! I don't even know what that ground attack input is that I seem to do accidentally. Of course I'm not going to be able to throw him. Did not mean to do that dashing whatever. Just a bad idea. Oh. He stands just outside the uppercut range. Wow.
Bob loses. Round 1.
His ranges are so mean.
Go!
I can't move fast enough. He just shimmies the heck out of me. Like I feel like I'm not even moving.
Round 2. Go!
I'm so bad at this right now. Did I ever do this before? I'm gonna blame imaginary frame rate problem.
Action begin. Go!
See. Yeah, kick me, daddy. He's too fast. You can't hit him with the power attack that takes a second to charge up. He just counters that for fun with anything. Can't throw him because my throw's even pretty slow.
Bob loses. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Throws me out of a jab. I think that was a whiff though. I think he shimmied the jab somehow. I didn't expect that to happen. No.
Round 2. Go!
Oh, what?
Bob loses. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Why was I hitting the throw button? It hit him though, like it did a physical hit for like 5 pixels or 2 pixels. Damn. What is going on, man? What even happened in that round? I tried to do what he did. I tried to jab or do a power punch, but it doesn't matter. He's too... He knows what I'm inputting. Uh-oh. Wow, I hit him with 2 power attacks. That was cool, I guess.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Oh, I pressed my luck. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh no. That was a bad idea. Crunch. Wow, how did you know? I think I could probably recover faster if I did have a guard button for standing up from a quick stand. Oh.
Round 2. Go.
Maybe the frame rate is kind of sucking in this version. Ow.
Fine. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go.
At least in the emulator. See you later. It's like when the camera pans around.
2. Go.
Ugh. Yeah, the frame rate's going to heck. Well, maybe I'll stick with the PS2 versions.
Round 3. Go.
I'll have to play this back frame by frame and see what the frame rate's actually looking like. Feels bad right now. Shoot.
Win.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is stop the recording, then actually I wonder if I can pause it and then look at the recorded partial whatever the format is that I'm pre-recording. I'll try that. Hang on. No, that didn't work. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to stop the recording and then go take a look at that frame rate, and then I'll record a little thing that'll process and tag in on the end of this, and because that frame rate did feel awful iffy there for a while. I swear I'm not making that up as an excuse, am I? I can't spell. What? It rotates weird. Okay. Did it. 45 minutes, dang it. That game over. Alright, so if I don't come back, that means that I was imagining it and the frame rate in that, like, last fight was fine. But otherwise I'll come back and I'll make it sound like that's to blame. And, yeah. So if I don't come back, then the PS3 version in our PCS3 is super okay. But, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. So until I come back, assume that it's just fine. That was just me wishful thinking, looking for excuses. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm back, and it's not because I was right about the frame rate. It's actually because I was wrong. I counted the frames, especially even where I was saying in the recording at the end, like, oh, the frame rate's gone to heck, and there were no dropped frames. It was, I didn't count them. I was just frame by framing, and there were no dropped frames. So, yeah, I think I was just, maybe I became so sensitized after the brutalized beatings I was getting that I was just like seeing at ultra fast speed. I don't know. Anyway, I couldn't detect any frame drops playing it back frame by frame, so I don't know. I guess it's fine. You know, it's funny. I paused it. I left it paused here because I forgot that there's ranking mode and stuff like that in this. But that's different than the ranking mode. So wait, the ranking mode in VF2 for PS3. Oh no, that is it. At the title screen, after selecting difficulty, etc., press all three buttons together with start when starting a game. Requires precise timing. That's for VF2. That's the cheat I put in on GameFAQs for VF2. I didn't put one in for this game. I'm not really sure why. There's also, for PS2, there's an expert mode, which I'm not sure this has or not. There's an alternate costume for PS2, which I don't think VF1 has. Also, there was a cheat code entered on GameFAQs that I did not enter for this game that said, if you beat... Oh, that was talking about Mahler. Is Mahler even in this? Was I looking at the right game? There's no Mahler in this, is there? No. Oh, by Mahler it just means... So is he not there to begin with? Oh, I see. Mahler. Yeah, Mahler is like the...
Round one. Let the action begin.
The balanced version of the boss, basically. So wait, are you saying he isn't there to start with? Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try, making a save state. Now, in RPCS3, save states are a little shaky. So let's see, I think it's Control S. Creating save state, it says, as it popped me back to the main control window, which is not in the recording, I don't think. 22.99 megabytes written, 13 seconds passed, finalizing file. Yeah, and then it's got to like rebuild the SPU cache and stuff, so supposedly that worked. So maybe next time okay, so wait, yeah, so I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit and then restart. And I'm not gonna go back to that save state right now. So we're not in the save state. No, Mahler is there. And this is not in the save state. So I guess he's just always there. What if the PS2 one does that? Hold on. This is going to be real boring, but I'm going to narrate myself going to the PS2 version, which I don't have extracted, so that's extra fun. I gotta get a copy of it. Where are we at? I guess it's this one. Oh, I don't need to extract it. This PCSX2. Put it in here. Run PCSX2, which you won't be able to see. Don't patch. What am I looking for? Where are you at? Fighting Vipers. So PCSX2. Which has a... It's a little startup. Come on. Okay. Oh wow, there is no Mahler in PCSX2. I mean, not by default anyway. I'm imagining that I can feel the additional 2 frames of input lag, or frame and a half, maybe.
Round one.
Frame
Let
and a
the
half.
action begin.
Yeah, the slightly weird color. Alright, I'll get out of that. So yeah, anyway, it looks like the PS3 version, you just got your Mahler. You don't have to beat the game or nothing. Whoops.
Action begin.
So that's cool. I want to see if the expert mode thing, like you can do in VF2, is here. So for VF2, the cheat that I have on GameFAQs says expert mode on character select screen, press down twice, up twice, left twice, right twice. So down, up, left, right. Okay. Down, up, left, right. No. No, there was no confirmation sound.
Fine. Round one. Let the action
Yeah.
go.
And like in VF2, when you are in expert mode, it says expert mode above your health bar. Ranking mode, though, I think is here. Press all 3 buttons together with start when starting a game. Now ranking mode will appear and you get ranking points for performing certain moves. And you can't continue. So yeah, that's maybe the PS3 VF2 doesn't just tell you that up front in the attract mode like Fighting Vipers does. I think it probably does though. Also, there's the VF2, you hold up when selecting a character and you get their alternate costume, but I don't think that works here. It didn't in the PS2 version. Yeah, it didn't work. Let's just try the so I have to hit all 3 buttons plus what? All 3 buttons together with start. When doing what? Starting a game. After selecting difficulty, press all 3 buttons together when starting. Well, all 3 buttons plus start. That didn't work. I don't know if this is gonna work because I mean, I don't have, because you have to hit enter, you have to hit the X button to start, and I don't have X mapped to any of the 3 buttons, so it's just taking like circle, which is mapped to kick. So that's not going to work. So maybe I have to start and then all 3 buttons together with start when starting a game. Maybe I would have to have it on the default buttons or something. Maybe I'll just throw X in anyway, so I'll do all 3 buttons and X and start. Well, I went forward that time, but I think that's just I happened to hit. Oh no, I am in ranking mode, so that did work. Okay. Well, I can at least submit a ranking mode cheat, even though it's kind of spelled out for you sometimes. I guess I can specify that you may have to hit X as in addition to the other buttons if you don't have X set as one of the attack buttons. One of the 3 buttons, I mean. So there definitely is something to the whole jabbing thing with him. It just doesn't work very well on the boss. So ranking mode, I won't be able to continue, and I get points or something for doing certain moves. But you don't see that until the game over.
Let the action begin.
So I should try to lose or something. I'm not sure if it's set on a like fixed difficulty in this mode. Although in VF2 you can combine it with expert mode, but I guess this doesn't have expert mode. Maybe I should watch the... Did you see how he lost his textures there for a second? Oh, that's just the power. Yeah, so actually what that effect when you see them flash, when I was frame by framing this, I noticed this on the boss. When you see them flash white there, what's actually happening is their textures are just disappearing and it's showing their completely white, untextured model. It's kind of funny. It's a creative use of, you know, they didn't have to make like a flash or anything for that. They just said, like, don't draw the textures for a couple frames.
Round one. Let the action begin. Go!
It might be like down forward. I mean, he does have moveless. I could just look that double ground punch. But doing is it like down, down? Facing right. No, okay, that's all I get. When opponent is down, down punch, punch. Punch, down, punch, down, punch, punch. Down kick. While running. I guess that's, I was doing this once in a while. And this once in a... Oh wow, there's a punch kick while running? He doesn't even have a normal punch kick move. Wait, there's a punch, there's a throw while running? What? Oh man, having a move list is crazy. Oh, that's that was that back kick I did to beat somebody that one time. Low spin kick turn, who knew? Wow, well, command lists are dangerous things.
Round two. Go!
Armstone, that ain't Armstone, that's Seattle. That's Cyber Seattle. Oh, Picky. I do need somebody to beat me. I don't want to go through this anymore. I gotta go to bed, Picky. Come and get me. Just come and get me, man. Wait a sec, the ranking mode thing disappeared. Is that just... Okay, it's back.
Go!
Come on, Picky, bring the pain. Merry Xmas. This is, I don't know if it says Merry Xmas in the PS2 version, does it?
Bob loses.
So now I should get a score thing. Yeah, oh wow, you get a graph and stuff in this one. If you have two, you don't get a graph. Well, there you go. That's ranking mode. So no alternate costume cheat, no expert mode cheat, I don't think, but you do get a ranking mode cheat. Maybe it doesn't tell you those. So the other thing, problem with the PS2 version is that, well, for YouTubers, us dirty YouTubers, is that on YouTube, Sega will slap a copyright claim on video of the game intro for the PS2 version. Not on music, that's the only thing I've gotten copyright claims on anything before is like some, like, okay, so yeah. It does show right there. I guess that's why I didn't put it. I can still submit it. Like, it doesn't really tell you when to do it there. So yeah, if you just sit and let the intro video play in the PS2 version, and you record that and put that up on YouTube as a video, Sega claims that section as their copyright, and it just prevents you from monetizing your video. They just take all the monetization themselves. So that kind of sucks. I've never had an actual video section claim, copyright claim on YouTube. Until Sega did it on Fighting Vipers on PS2. This rolling intro of the characters specifically. So we'll see if that happens here. If it does, I'll have to edit that out. And I guess you won't hear me telling you that I had to edit it out. In the PS2 version, the mirror effect and everything is all, they didn't really have transparency. They didn't use transparency, so they just put these weird dithered patterns on everything, which I actually kind of like those dithered patterns, but it's a little curious effect. I think maybe they got that from the Saturn version, which has a lot of dithered patterns. What is going on with the camera there? Anyway, I do have to go. So, yeah, I guess if I get a copyright claim on the intro, then you won't have seen that intro bit that played before that with the mirrors and the character names. Thanks for watching. So, I found that I really kind of sucked against the later characters there, but S.jabs finally got me past Raxel, and then failed pretty badly on the boss, who would just like throw me out of jabs or shimmy jabs. Just sick. That was wild. That wasn't the double flying uppercut. Man, there's a lot of stuff in this game. This game kind of rules. Also, I was ready to blame everything on bad frame rate, which I thought I was getting against the boss, but turns out I couldn't detect any dropped frames when I frame by frame played it back. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Also, this version just has Mahler available from the start. That's wild. I don't know if I knew that before. I'll have to look at my notes. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Okay, so actually, like, the ranking mode thing is reported on GameFAQs as a cheat. There's actually a lot of stuff reported in GameFAQs as a cheat, which I was not seeing because the cheats are listed as trophies for Fighting Vipers for PS3 on GameFAQs, which is weird, and it made them... I didn't realize I was looking at the cheats. So there's a couple I wanted to try that I didn't know about. There's ranking mode, there's random mode. Hold up and hit start button during attract mode in arcade mode. During attract mode. So I have to go into this, and then I'm gonna do up. Hold up and hit start button. Is this random mode? It doesn't look random. Was this oh yeah, it says random mode. What is that? Oh. It's probably gonna give me the opponents randomly? No. How is this random mode? What's random about it? There's an empty timer at the bottom. I'm getting completely trashed. Is it random difficulty? Let's So what's the random part?
Round 2.
What's with the empty timer?
Round 3. Go.
I sure wish I knew how I do. If I do the flying uppercuts accidentally, I can't even do them on purpose from the left-hand side. From the right, it's flying uppercuts all day long accidentally.
Round 1.
Oh, maybe it's random backgrounds and opponents after the first one, maybe? Because I wouldn't normally face Sandman in the second match, and I wouldn't normally think. I certainly wouldn't face him on this stage at any rate. Alright, well that answers that question. What's the next one? Kids mode. Select game settings in arcade mode or offline versus while holding L1 plus R1 button to activate kids mode. So I'm in arcade mode. Select game settings. But it just goes right to this. How do I... What does select game settings mean?
Round 1. Let the action begin.
I guess this. So L1 and R1, but again I have my... well... Did that activate something? Select game settings in arcade mode while holding L1 plus R1 to activate kids mode. I don't know if that's doing anything. Holding L1 and R1. Well,
Go.
doesn't look like it did anything. Select game settings. It's just weird. I kept holding L1 and R1, but I didn't see it do nothing. Maybe if I get to the next match? That doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Well...
Round 2. Go.
What if I hold L1 and R1 here? Select game settings in or while holding. Yeah, okay, it was that. That's very poor phrasing. Oh yeah, big head mode. Oh man, there's so much stuff to do. I could just keep playing this forever and keep doing weird stuff. How come no Kid Bon appeared though? Oh, what? Oh my gosh! Oh no, this rules. I don't think this is in the PS2 version. Sure it ain't. So yeah, so GamePack says hold L1 and R1 while selecting game settings. Well, what it means by game settings is while on the screen before you start arcade mode, where you would hit X to start arcade mode, you can set a few settings. That's what it's calling game settings. So that was a little confusing. Alright, so what else do we got? Yeah, and they have a thing about Mahler. You can use Mahler, just scroll off the side. Class of 95, this is... there's something weird about Candy's appearance in an attract mode, but I guess I don't care about that. Class of 95, select game settings in arcade mode while holding the square button to enter attract mode. That sounds boring. So hold square. So okay, square. Oh, so it's a different... So it shows you credits. And you get, I guess people know about this stuff because they're all also achievements. So normally you don't see the credits during this attract mode. It's too bad the 2D UI is blurry. I think it is on the actual PS3 as well. I just couldn't notice it in component video. So anyway, I'm gonna have to do a playthrough in kids mode. Don't think I'd bother with random mode. And I have to do a playthrough as Mahler. It was like the mini, supposedly balanced version of the boss. Although I tried playing the boss in, I think it was him, or maybe it was Mahler, in Fighting Vipers 2, and it was boring. He just didn't have that many moves. But I guess I should see how it is here. Anyway, I really gotta go. Thanks for watching. That's all the cheats I know about, so they're already on GamePax. They're just formatted as trophies, because I guess they are trophies, but it just sticks you on the trophies looking page. It's confused. I'm old and I got confused. Thanks for watching. So yeah, kids mode. Heck. See you later.